gonna sit here and we're gonna talk your fucking legs off for like 40
You're gonna
minutes.
hear us yap.
I just realized we can't drink at least.
This.
I'm gonna set this down. Okay. We thought about this because Hyper here has wanted to do a podcast, but I don't think he realizes the word. Okay. Oh my god. Hyper does not realize the amount of fame you have to get to even get a decently going podcast. So for now, this is just going to be a side project between me and him. We'll see how it goes, and we'll go from there. So, you want to do our first topic, Mr. CEO? I don't know.
Or I guess I do have a very interesting a very interesting high school story.
I have a very interesting high school story as I slip a microphone up my ass.
And anything's a sex story as long as you put your mind to it. Anyway, so yeah, I have a high school story. So I heard this from a buddy of mine in high school. Apparently, somebody lit the bathroom trash can on fire. They literally took out a match, lit the match, and threw it in the trash can. And there was just fucking flames coming out of the trash can. So we had to, my school had to call the fire department, and then the fucking.
Hang on. Back the fuck up. Hang on. Okay, so this kid just randomly lit a fire, right?
Yep.
Can you fucking imagine if like it backfired and he like got himself on fire? It's just like he just goes to light it and it's just, hey, stop! What the fuck's that burning? He's just like looks down, his like clothes are fucking turning into ash. Let's continue. I just like thought of that like last second. I was like,
yeah. So we had to call the fucking fire department, the fucking police, the police campus officer that was on campus had to come. The cops had to come.
That sounds like the type of conference that just have like a guy in like really tight leather pants come out and like start fucking instructing.
And let me tell you, when that was fucking done, as I had to use the restroom because no one was allowed in the men's restroom. It was right next to my fucking history class too. So like, in the door, my teacher left her door open.
Just so casually having to be talking about 9/11 as you see smoke coming from around the corner.
And all we smelled was, we saw smoke and fucking like the smell of burning plastic.
Oh my God.
And let me tell you, when they were done, I had to use the restroom. All I could smell was burnt plastic. And that shit, I literally almost like fucking passed out from this just smell of plastic.
Just like, hey, y'all smell it?
just fucking collapse on the fucking floor.
Just like fucking collapse in your chair. Fucking teacher's like,
mid-piss, I just collapsed.
Insert name here. Wake up.
Insert name here. I'm just mid-piss, I collapse.
Mid-piss, you just fucking...
Just
God.
But yeah, that was my high school story.
You only have one? Okay, enough of that. Sorry. So, I have so many fucking high school stories, dude. Like, it's fucking crazy. But I guess I better start with middle school. So, like, I don't know if you had this in high school. You know, did you have like the lockers where you had to get your own lock to like put on it, make a code, whatever?
Yep.
Well, we had to do that too. And it was like towards the end of like, God, I can't remember, 6th grade maybe. And we had it was getting ready to be summer break, and we had this like really, really short kid. I'm not gonna like, well, he was short at the time. He's pretty average height now, but like he was short at the time. And I think he found out one day that he could fit himself in a locker. Sorry, give me one fucking second.
Your dog's fucking squeaker. Just
Hey, jingle, jingle, jingle. Hey, listen up, jingle, jingle, jingle. But
that is not a sound effect at all.
That is not a sound effect, everybody. I actually have that like in my hand. And so he found out he could fit himself in a locker, and he tried showing us. And I said, and then he was getting ready to do it before like the last period of like the day, like the last day of school. And so I had so I was like, wait, can you like hide in the locker real quick? And I was just like, and he agreed to it. So he gets in, and I started putting my fucking lock for my locker on it. I put,
I can fucking imagine you forget.
just like imagine just being a fucking student, like going to take a piss and like down a long ass hall, and all you hear is like fucking let me out, just banging in the fucking like down the hall. But no, he got he had, I stuck him in the locker, and he was there for like the last period, and they're like, hey, has anyone seen such and such? And I was just like, no, I haven't seen him. And we were actually like in the class next to the locker. So like I think eventually once we got halfway down the class, he just started fucking full on screaming inside the locker. Like I mean full on yelling.
It's just muffle ass
And
screaming.
like the teacher started like, hey, everybody quiet, and all we hear down the hall, I don't know if I can even do this. Help! Like fucking we just hear this down the fucking hall. And Jesus Christ, my dog keeps fucking with my shit. We kept like hearing it, but we didn't question it because like we had some sad kids in like that middle school. We had a lot of them, so we didn't even fucking question it. And she comes out, and she sees like just the only locker with a lock on it, and they have no idea what the fucking combination is. So like, oh god, let me go get the principal. And like as she runs away, I fucking dart out the hall, and I have to like take the lock off, and he comes back in the classroom. Cinema, nothing happened. Magic. We just pretended that nothing happened. She never knew who was in the locker, whose combination it was. Nothing. What was your fucking middle school like? I'm actually curious. I bet it was shit.
It was.
Bro, you probably had one of those ones that was like the principal was probably gay. Just trying
No,
to keep
my principal was a fucking pervert. A fucking pervert.
Kind. Was he also a PE teacher?
No, he wasn't the principal. He was the fucking vice principal. He was the fucking vice principal.
Oh my god.
I'm gonna say he was probably the most biggest fucking pervert I have ever fucking met in my life.
Yeah, like imagine you like get in trouble and like the principal is in, so like he's walking your room and all you hear is fucking you fucking stink like failure.
He fucking does. He only does that to like the female students.
He's like, can I be your PE teacher?
And then we like talk to like the guy students. It gets all fucking weird. I'm like, okay, oh, all right. So I pretty much just stayed out of trouble in middle school until I got to like high school and junior high.
Oh no, I got in trouble so many. There was a time. Okay, so like I don't know how I managed to do this because I thought school internet shuts down like at the end of every day. Like once it hits like a late enough time, I thought it just shut off and you wouldn't be able to connect to anything. I was wrong. So
Let me guess, you watched porn?
School, I wish, but no. I was really into Finance and Freddy's to the point where I like made my own custom stories. Well, I was like, well, if I want to print them on paper, I'm gonna need to see if my Chromebook will even work for that. So I'm at home, and I had like a wireless mouse, and like the left click on it was like pretty sensitive. Like if you just brushed your finger on it, it would think that you're holding it down, so it's gonna keep clicking. And I didn't really know at the time. And so I went to print off this image. Didn't realize I was still connected to the school printer. And my mom started talking. I forget what she was trying to talk to me about. I can't remember if it was like ripping my ass or if she was just like having a conversation with me. But like I had my finger on the fucking mouse, and what I didn't even notice, not only was it connected to my school's Wi-Fi, but I printed 120 something pages of the same fucking image to the fucking middle school printer. And so I didn't know. I didn't fucking know. So like, I come into school the next day, and it's like, I come into like the computer class, and like I look at the printer, and the fucking image that I went to print off says, "Do not print this image. We ran out of color. We ran out of color in the printer." And I was like, "What the fuck?" I was like, "How did that print?" And then it's just insert name here. Please come to the office. Insert name here. Please come to the office. And I was like, "Okay, I don't know what the fuck's going on." I get in there. I have no fucking idea why, but our principal was like jacked as shit. Like, I'm talking fucking Omni-Man levels jacked. It was fucking terrifying. Like, he barely spoke, and when he did, if he spoke, you knew you were in fucking trouble. And so I walked into the office, and I was like, "Oh, maybe it's just something from my dad or something." I walk in. He's like, "Hey, you just want to take a seat real quick?" And he turns around, and he gets like paper out of a thing. I sit down. He turns around, and when he turns around, you know how like when you're dealing cards, you like fold them with your thumb, and it makes that one sound. He did that with like 120 pages of the same image I printed, and he just sits it down like full and slams.
You just hear the thud. Just
yeah, I just heard a loud ass thud, and I actually jumped. And he goes, "I'm assuming you didn't mean to do this, so I'm not gonna like chew you out for this. But do you give anybody any of these?" And I'm just like, "I'll probably take a few." And I walk out of there, and then I like come back into the classroom, and everybody's like, "What the fuck did you do?" And I was like, "So my mouse is like glitched, and I printed 120 something pages of an image to the fucking school printer." Like, at that point, I thought it was going to be put up at every fucking printer in the school, but it turns out we only had one fucking printer in, like, the entire middle school area.
Oh, that reminds me. Speaking of Chromebooks, so this happened in 7th grade. 7th grade in my Spanish class. So
yes, he had all the Latina mummies in that bitch.
my teacher, I forgot what she was yapping about. I guess some fucking assignment that we had to do. But I sat in front of the fucking whiteboard, like right in like the middle row, and this random ass kid that's like sits behind me, a couple seats back. All I hear is fucking moaning in the fucking back of the class. So somehow this motherfucker pulled up Pornhub on the school computer. So all I hear is fucking moaning as the teacher is yapping.
Can you imagine if like the teacher is just still sitting there like, it's whatever. Anyway, so if you take the square root of 5,
like I hear fucking moaning, and then the teacher just fucking yapping.
Dude, like, I bet you grew up in like one of those fucking schools that like if they heard something like that, they just would choose not to acknowledge it. Like they wouldn't.
So my
dude,
it took a hot minute for my teacher to figure out what the fuck that noise was coming from.
He's going to every fucking Chromebook. He's just like, "Hey, what you watching?" Just fucking.
And believe it or not, bro was fucking beating his shit in the middle of class.
That's funny you say that, because I had 2 instances of somebody doing that at my high school, but one of them repetitively kept doing it. But is there anything else to the story, or is that it?
That was just it. That shit just clicked in the back of my mind.
You know what? Fuck it. Since we're on this kind of topic, so the first one, which was a joke, mostly, this guy was bet by like a bunch of girls, and he's one of those stupid guys that like if you prod him enough, he'll fucking do something. And like, they were just reading, and I wasn't in the class. I got told about it, and so apparently, like in English class, this guy like was asked like, "Dude, can you just like whip it out in your book?" And he's like, "I'm not gonna fucking do that." And then like 3 girls asked him to do it. He fucking whipped his dick and he slapped it against like the hard back of the fucking book like 3 times apparently.
It's like that one scene from Step Brothers with the drum set.
Can you imagine if they altered that for like a scary movie fucking alter, and so you just see a blurred line slapping a fucking drums? But no, he did that. And then there's this other kid, which this is gonna have more relevance. So there's this kid in class. I'm not gonna say his name, and I can't say that I'm gonna like. Oh, I guess I can't talk like this, like really bad.
Oh
He had a
God.
habit of, yeah, he had a habit of doing that. And this kid, I can't. This fucker was like basketball player height. That's the craziest fucking part. So, like, fucking God knows, probably like yay fucking tall. And he always carried his Chromebook with him everywhere he went. And I'm talking even the restroom. So like he would just bring it everywhere, and I don't even know what the fuck he'd do on it, or at least I didn't know at the time. And so my first instance I ran into it, I guess the first time I even heard anything about it, apparently like he was in study skills, and this kid was straight up fucking gooning in like the back corner of the room. And like we had like one of the most chill fucking teachers like ever to fucking exist in like study skills. Like she was so down chill that she like let us make up for this. Like we were listening to Five Finger Death Punch one day, and she was a fucking vibe. I loved her. And so she fucking caught him doing it in like the corner, and she goes, "What are you doing?" And he's like, "Nothing." She's like, "Are you jerking off?" And she's like, and he's like, "Yeah." And she's like, "Put it away." And apparently he dead ass looked at her and said, "Why you want to see it?" And I'm like, "Ugh, ugh," like, bruh. And like this guy was not athletic, like at all. Like dude was built. You remember that scene in SpongeBob where like Squidward ate too many fucking Krabby Patties, and his like ass got really fucking big? That was that dude's build.
I was gonna
Like
say, do
it
you
was
look like
bad.
SpongeBob's cousin or whatever?
No, that's you.
Damn.
You're built like that. But no, and like he fucking did that, I guess. He got sent to the office. Well, it was one day I was going. I like never used the restroom at my school. I like
I
throughout my
try not
entire
to
life
either.
never. Like I can't bear. Like sure I'll go piss, but I never want to take a shit in the school restroom ever, like ever. And so I went to go take a piss, and as I'm going to go into the restroom, I see a red Chromebook case open at the front of like the entrance. I'm like, fuck, did somebody leave this here? I lift it up, and it says the name of the guy who's been gooning around the fucking school. And I was like, ain't no fucking way. And this is really putting the definition into millimeter to feeder, because I walk in, his coat's hung over a stall, and he's dead ass. Like, I can hear skin slapping repeatedly. And I'm like, there is no fucking shot. And so I was quiet when I walked in, and so he didn't know I was there yet. And so I like snuck up to his fucking stall as loud and as hard as I fucking could. I fucking kicked the door to let him know I was there. I took his coat off the rack, and he was like scared as shit. He dropped his Chromebook. I didn't see what he was looking at, but he dropped his fucking Chromebook on the floor. I heard it hit the floor. I was like, damn it, I can't reach that. So I took his coat, went outside, took the case, and I'm like, what can I do that'll embarrass the fuck out of this dude? Let me slide this into the girls' restroom real quick. Like, I didn't know what else to do, because like I can't go running around with it, because then I'm gonna get in trouble. So like I slid it in there, went back in to wash my hands. He's still fucking freaking out in the restroom, like over yonder. And like I go to walk out. Second I walk out after doing the deed, fucking principal walks around the corner, and he's just, hello. And I'm like, hey. And then I just kept walking like nothing happened. Meanwhile, Benny's in the we called him Benny. And meanwhile, Benny's back there like fucking raging and shit. And dude, he just sounded like a squeaker, dude. And not like the good kind of squeaker. Like he sounded like a squeaker that genuinely like gooned a fucking
Like his balls haven't dropped yet.
No, more like what's that fucking art style that's like really cringy as fuck that like everybody does on YouTube, like for kid audiences.
Fuck.
I can't, you know what I'm talking about at least.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I don't know what it's like fucking
I don't know what
called.
the fucking name of it is, but like even on our last day, we had a full school-wide event. Like everybody's participating, dodgeball, all these fun ass fucking activities for the last day. And I look over, and this fucker is over at the other side of the ring on his Chromebook watching like some Sonic anime. I'm like, what in the fuck? Like he
So
was
you know he was a
he
nerd.
was an oddball. Oh no, this is not nerd. This is like full on gooning syndrome. Like,
I
this is
feel like
bad.
he's like one of those fuckers that had like no friends and like
He
sits
did. I think
by
the
himself in
only
the
guy
fucking
he was friended
cafeteria at
with was
lunch.
the only guy he was friended with was the R word that like all of us bullied in like middle school up or like shit, maybe even like grade school. Like this dude would brag about watching Mickey Mouse when we were like I think just getting ready to go into like sixth grade. I was like, that is a fucking crazy ass statement, and we all know he's dropped on his head like numerous fucking times.
Watching Mickey
You
Mouse
got
in the
that
sixth
story?
grade is crazy.
Yo, you watched the new Mickey
You
Mouse
watched the new
episode
Mickey Mouse
over
episode,
here in the
man?
fucking
Minnie,
corner,
yeah,
over here in the
yeah, I would
corner.
definitely smash.
Fucking,
Which probably
I
time
don't
for
know.
Disney, before Disney Junior, before Disney gets our asses.
Fair. But what's your next story that you got? Like, dude, I was just so shocked by it all.
I did, so not me, but this happened to somebody else. Somebody else that I knew that was in like my, like I had a big ass fucking friend group in high school. Now I don't know what the fuck none of those motherfuckers are doing,
Yeah, I only had a small one, so like I still keep in contact with
but
everything.
but a
Like, a
friend of
handful
mine
of
that
them.
was in that big fucking friend group walked in. He told me walked into the fucking men's restroom. I guess to piss or take a shit. I honestly I don't remember. And he literally like
When there's
went in there and they
rain,
literally he saw some like a girl like I guess like a girl that looked like legs that belonged to a woman. Like it sounded like they were giving head, like she was giving head to some dude in the stall.
I can see it.
Like all he heard was the like
Everybody who's listening, fucking clip him doing that sound effect and making that head motion right now. Everybody fucking do it.
please don't clip that. Don't clip that. Don't send that to me. Look at that shit in my DM.
That's going in the personal save.
Just like all I heard was all he said all he heard was that. And I'm like,
I
well,
don't like the hand motion you're fucking doing.
just
Anyways, so what? She was milking a cow prod. Like, what else?
I mean, and
We
then he
literally
just
had like 3 girls get caught doing drugs in our bathroom stall, so that's light work. But
and
oh,
apparently.
dude. Okay, actually, keep going. I didn't know you were.
And
Weren't done.
apparently, I didn't know this was the thing, but apparently, I don't know how or who did this, but there was a hole, like where you stick the your fucking dick in, like through the other side of the
That's
fucking.
called a glory hole, my guy. There's a term for that.
I'm like, okay. So
Bro, just imagine you're getting like the absolute slob of your life, and all you hear on the other side of the wall when you compliment him is like, appreciate it.
bullshit.
But no, did you have like a girl that was like mega into drugs and was like the high school slut in your school?
Yes.
Okay. Well, mine, so she progressed from the high school slut to having to get drugs because she developed something, I guess. And then like right as we're graduating, always was late for everything and just passes out 24/7. Like I
Oh.
feel like if I actually approached her, she probably would have given me head at some point, but I wasn't that desperate. And so like we're my friend is fucked for this, but it was funny as fuck. Like deep down, I thought it was funny, but at the same time, it was really fucked up. So we had an English class that basically counted as like photography. So like we had to do the yearbook and whatnot, and it would progress into lunch, and we'd go on to the next period. And so we're about to get ready to go for lunch, and like as we're getting up to walk to the door to get ready, fucking falls on the floor.
Like pass out or like.
No, she's fucking having a fucking seizure.
Oh.
Like she's having a fucking seizure on the floor, and we knew we couldn't do anything, so we just walked out. And so my buddy, yeah, that was perfect timing to say that, by the way. But like we just walked out, and right as we're walking out, my fucking buddy, who I'm not gonna say his name, he just goes, "What you get for doing those fucking drugs?" And I'm like, okay, we're on a great note.
He's wrong for that.
Like, dude, I was like, holy shit. I know I've said some fucked up things sometimes, but good God. And the fucking crazy part, You know how like kids used to be all like big about having sex in high school and all that?
Yes.
The fuck? I don't know what that was. But
Me when I look at
the
my
crazy
dick for the
part
first time. Anyway, keep going.
the crazy part for me was like I lost my shit before I even got to high school. So I was like, it's not worth the hype. Like
It's not worth the hype.
it's not.
It's like
Pen
when
Pen
before
goes into the
Cyberpunk got
JJ.
released. It's not worth the hype.
Pen Pen goes in the balloon, goes in the JJ.
Your key goes
Sploosh,
in the
you're
key.
done.
Your key goes in the key slot.
Anyways, but did you have what is like your best prank? Like outside of school or like anywhere? What's the best fucking prank you've done?
I don't think I. Oh, damn. I want to be honest. I don't think I've ever pranked anybody.
So you've heard this story, but I'm just gonna tell it for the audience, and in case you forgot some details. So like I think I mentioned to you that I got like two friends out in Colorado,
Yeah.
and they're redneck as shit. Well, one of them is extremely fucking redneck. The other one's kind of city, but he's actually the guy that introduced me to like Nasty Soup and the whole like Goons gang, which I fucking respect them for because those guys are funny as fuck.
They are fucking
But
funny as shit.
and so like I was with them, I think, on 4th of July, like right after the pandemic just passed through. So, like, you were able to take masks off
Oh,
and
before the
everything.
beverage. Okay, so after the beverage passed through.
Well, after like after they passed you don't have to wear masks. Like, it's so
Oh,
small.
so
It
like
was like
towards
when
the
it
end
was
of
so
quarantine.
small. Yeah, no, it was more like it was after quarantine and they were getting all the vaccines out and everything.
Oh,
So
oh,
like
okay, 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 okay. So
if there was a small cloud of it, they just dispersed that shit and they would be fine. So I was with them and I went out to the 4th of July to see like my dad and everything, but those two were in town. So I was kind of just like, well, I'm gonna go spend some days with them if y'all don't mind. And my dad didn't care. My little brother didn't really care that much. But so I went and I spent like I'm pretty sure I spent like 4 of the 6 days I was out there with them. Like I'm pretty or no, we were out there for like 5 days and I spent like 3 of the days with them. Like I spent my entire time out there with them. It was like the best time of my fucking life. And so I hung out with them. We were up late as fuck one night and we were playing fucking Mario Kart. I forget which one it was, but
oh,
we
you
just
told me
played it
this
like
story.
all. Yes, I have. So like we played Mario Kart a fuck ton, like, and we finally went to bed. Well, I guess the next day it was found out that they had like I don't know if it was just their high school or if it was a local thing, but there was like they have like I think it was like every summer or so they'd have typically like between June to July they try and get like a go-kart racetrack in and they try to put it like on Facebook or social
Oh,
media
that
who
shit.
the
Oh,
winners
that shit
are
sounds fun
and
as
they
fuck.
get like sure they may get like half-ass prizes who fucking cares like it's all about the fun you have while doing it and I was like sure let's fucking do you think your dad can take us to that so yeah they told their dad and he took us out to it and I had brought like a fuck ton of cash, but I didn't think I was gonna be spending like my entire day, like my entire time with them when I
There,
brought it. So I had like $150 on me that I've yet to touch, and I was just like, I don't know what the fuck I'm gonna do with it. So we got there and we were watching it. It was like really fucking good. Like these guys were like taking it really fucking seriously. Like they're driving like professionals, which I was surprised because when you think of go karts, you think of like people crashing into each other on fucking purpose and like
yeah.
bouncing out the walls. But no, these guys were actually maintaining their lane. So I was like, oh, I've had to do it for some time. And I think eventually we got hungry and they were all gonna bring their cash. I was like, dude, just let me. I have like $150 on me. I'll just go buy us whatever we need. And we had it brought a bag, and what they didn't tell me is that they the bag still had the T-shirt cannon in it from their house. And so I was like, I had the bag with me. I'm going up to the fruit stand, or I thought it was just a snack stand, but turns out they had a fruit stand section too. Which I mean, it somewhat makes sense to me. Like if you don't want to have a fucking like garbage food, I mean, sure, who the fuck knows? I think the real reason it was put there because a lot of people like bring their younger kids or like younger siblings of the racers. They just didn't want to have them street candy at like 10 o'clock at night. So
Makes
I go
sense.
out there and I think I was gonna buy like a Coke or something, but then I noticed out of the corner of my eye, like green bananas. I was like, hold the
The
fuck up.
fuck?
I'm thinking of something here. And so I thought for a minute and I said, hey, I know they're not ripe yet, but it's fine. Can I get like $20 worth of bananas? Long story short, $5 would get you a whole bundle, like a whole
Jesus
8-piece bundle of
Christ!
bananas.
How cheap were the
So I had like
bananas?
so I had like 30 fucking bananas like just on my person because I had an idea. And I walked back out to the stand and I walked in there, it's like, hey, what you got? And I was like, I didn't get snacks yet, but I got a fucking idea that's gonna be fun as fuck. So like I unzip it, whole bag apart from the fucking t-shirt cannon, all you see is banana. Just all in like picture this like black and orange bag, you zip it open, there's a clear t-shirt can and green as fuck bananas surrounding it. And they're like, you're not gonna pull a fucking Mario Kart. And I was like, well, we can try. I mean, what else do we got to lose?
Go play
And what
Mario
they had
Kart
to do,
IRL.
so apparently they had like complaints of their lights on the, not like the actual race, but the stadiums being too bright. And so they had to like really make them dim, like dim enough to where you'd be able to see where you're going, but not like too dark to where you can't see. And so I was like, $5, you fuckers will not join me as I'm using your t-shirt cannon to shoot these over that fence on the ghost car racetrack.
Go put a
And they
Mario
fucking
Kart.
did. They fucking did. And so like we all took turns shooting it. And I can't it's been like what, I think it's been like 3 years since then. So like I can't remember for the life of me what order we went in and who did what. I just know what I did because when you do something that fun, you're gonna remember it from your point of view. You're gonna remember your perspective. And so, I think one of my friends like took a handful. Fucking, how they like feed a fucking musket with, like the powder and shit,
And then they just
and then
like
they
jam
like
it in
put
there.
something in it. Yeah, like he fucking like peeled the bananas, fucking started fisting the fucking cannon with them. I'm like, dude, it's not a fucking girlfriend. Like, chill the fuck out. Like they were aggressive as fuck with it. And like we started shooting. I was actually honestly fucking surprised by the trajectory of these. Like they had that smaller tube and like a stronger punch, so like it was gonna shoot far. Well, the lights were lighting up the track, and one of them shot, and all I see like on the track is just like a mush of yellowish green, just like hit the fucking street, and like someone has to like evade it. They're like, "What the fuck is that?" They look back like, "What the fuck?" And then my other buddy, he shot it. He's like, all right, I'm gonna try and time this on somebody's hood. He shoots it, and like somebody was zooming by, it splats right on, like that little fucking windshield you have like cover your chest. Like it's
What
just
time,
all
bro?
over
Fucking
the
put
fucking
this
field.
like this. Followed
And I was
the
like,
go
okay,
kart.
yeah, like literally, he's fucking JFK here, like lining the shot up and everything. And
Just
so I was like, well, I can't say I can top that. Or at least I fucking thought. And I don't know how I timed this. Like the guy was zooming so fast, I genuinely didn't notice that it happened for 2 seconds. I was trying to time it so like it would like go against past someone's helmet or it would like fucking smear on their helmet. And I shot it and I thought it wasn't gonna hit anybody, honestly. But apparently, like, so say the racetrack goes around like this, we're on this side. It shot over to the other fucking side and hit a dude on that side. And I didn't know. I was like, oh, I don't think I hit anybody. And this guy came like kind of swerving. And I look at him when he's under the light. He had like a bright blue helmet on. And you just see banana stuck in the fucking visor. Like he cannot fucking see at all. He's trying to wipe it off. And he can't fucking see. And he's also trying to see.
bro, put a
And I'm
Mario
like,
Kart.
oh shit. And like, I took a photo, but I think I lost it because I went from like a Samsung to an iPhone. And like, we knew we had to get the fuck out of there. He made it in first, which I was surprised by, but he had such a gain that like he was good for first. And we were like, dude, we need to get your dad before like somebody calls the fucking cops on us. So we had his dad come back early and he picks us up, didn't really question it. So we're just like, yeah, it wasn't really much. And then we went back. Next morning comes around and I completely like spaced off the like social media about it. And so I guess their dad Jay was like uh into like he had them followed, and he starts fucking like he was cooking breakfast, and then like once he sat it down he looked at his phone. Have you ever like I'm gonna say he was laughing like his fucking lung collapsed. Like he was actually like leaning on the counter and we didn't know what the fuck he was laughing at. This like for the events they have you take photos, so you have to take the helmet off and like hold it to your side. Fucker didn't even clean the helmet. He left it like that. So there's just some fucker with like banana smeared on his helmet, holding the trophy, smiling wide as shit. And then he's gonna be like, "Is this why you guys had me come and get me early?" And I was like, "Yeah, it was my idea." And he's like, "You're such a little shit."
Such a little shit.
And I was, dude. Like I was such a little shit.
Bro, I can't believe your friend fucking lined that shit up.
No, I lined that shit up. I did. Like, but we all did. I mean, it was fucking crazy. But I gotta genuinely curious. So, did you have any like laser tag like places near you? Did you have, like an arcade that had like a laser tag section or anything? I fucking miss those things so bad, dude. It's like off topic, but like
I live very. All right, I am not going to dox myself. We're not having an SS Sniper Wolf and Jack's film incident here. So I live really close to a place that has like bowling, laser tag, games, and like shit like that. But yeah,
no, plot twist on the game. You bring a bowling ball into the laser tag place, start knocking kids out and disqualifying them.
I actually did trip a kid though in laser tag.
Oh yeah, it's not fucking hard to do. All you gotta do is stick your leg out around a corner and then fucking.
Bro was literally like running, and I guess I don't know who. I guess I was with a couple buddies. This bro was running, and I just like hid in the corner and like stuck my leg out, and bro just like face planted on the. So I literally just stood there and like stared at him for a minute.
Just imagine it's like.
So I just stood there, looked at him, and just went about my day. Started playing.
Anyway, so I started
blasting.
No, I miss those because like, dude, those things are like so much fun, and I feel like I hope there's still some around. It's just I haven't been to one in like fucking years.
I used to have a roller skate place that went out of business a couple years ago.
I sucked ass at roller skating.
I suck ass at roller skating and ice skating.
Ice skating I have yet to try, but
I have to use anytime I ice skate or roller skate. I have to use the little fucking walkers that like old people use to walk.
I want to go snowboarding at one point.
Snowboarding.
But, I gotta ask, and this is gonna be something for the audience too. Did you ever have like an ATV or a four-wheeler growing up?
You asking the audience or me?
You.
Oh, no, but my neighbor did.
Did you have an ATV or a four-wheeler?
No, but my neighbor did, and let me drive his ATV. Which, by the way,
dude, those
bad idea of his.
Oh, so they're so fun. Okay, so like, my dad's like pretty high up in the fucking world, and he's gotten to the point where like he can just throw fucking whatever on his credit card and he can like buy it,
like write it off and shit like that.
Yeah, like he does not give a shit. And so,
damn, I wish I was like that. I fucking wish I was like that.
When I was growing up, he'd like always spot me a four-wheeler. Like every time I come down, I'd always ride a four-wheeler because my stepbrother, who was like my idol, which he still is, but he passed away like 8 years ago. But I try to live by his image every day. But he had a dirt bike. I mean, him would always go out and like just to this one certain area, and we just start riding. Well, there's this bowl. Pretend this is like a tree right here. We have this bowl that we made from our like riding around it. We made a bowl around it where we'd like go around it really fucking fast, and then we'd shoot out. Him, it was easy on because you know he's on a fucking dirt bike. Like he doesn't have to really maneuver at all. I mean, unless then lean his balance. I mean, he can adjust pretty easy. Meanwhile, my over here, pasty bitch ass has to alter a fucking four-wheeler. Like, dude, my Raptor was not meant for this shit. Like I fucking I start going in a circle, come out, I come out crooked, and I fucking land like that, like on the side, and I'm like, hey, is my four-wheeler, like, I didn't even question the fact that I was bleeding, like, I'm like, is my four-wheeler okay? He's like, you bent the fucking handlebar, like, and I got up. They usually come like at this angle. I fucking bent it that way.
I've
Like
I've
I
had
bent the whole ass
I've had a 4-wheeler accident like that.
Well, no, that's not even an accident compared to what I did, and I almost lost my life to. So, like,
Dude, my
I had a
dumbass.
four wheeler. I had a four wheeler, and I was going hill, but back then I didn't really know about gear shift, and I'm going up this fucking hill, and all I hear behind me is like, "You got it in the right gear," and then I'm going like this. This is the hill, and then I just start fucking leaning back. Watching a fucking four wheeler begin to fall on you is like the scariest fucking point of view you could probably ever fucking have. Like, I fell off of it and I'm halfway to the hill, and right as I turn, like as I'm rolling down to face up the hill, fucking four wheeler tires are coming right at my helmet, and it fucking bounces off my helmet. If I didn't have my helmet on, I'd probably be fucking dead.
Dude, I
Like,
flew over.
we might be joking around in this fucking podcast, but we cannot stress enough how important it is to have your helmet on when you do this.
Wear a fucking helmet. Dude,
Please.
I flew. Luckily, I was wearing a helmet, but I flew over the ATV handlebars.
He was wearing that Hello Kitty helmet. Don't lie.
To be honest, I was. I fucking was. My neighbor, for some reason, had a Hello neighbor. So I'm like, yep, I'm wearing that shit. So I guess I was going full speed.
Wiki going down on the mom's bike in fucking Transformers 1.
I was like fucking like gunning full speed, and I guess I wasn't paying attention. So there's this big fucking rock that my neighbor had in his fucking yard for some reason.
Oh my god!
I fucking gunned it. I tried like swerve, but I fucking missed. The tire hit. The fucking rock hit the tire, and I flew like I was fucking Superman over the handlebars. And I guess out of instinct, I like went to like a fucking barrel roll like as soon as I landed.
Barrel roll. No. Oh, interesting topic actually. Did you see that fucking Michael Bay's coming back to direct Transformers again?
He is?
Yeah. He's so he learned from his mistakes, I guess, with his series, and he's bringing in like the newest Transformers movie story writer and director. So he's gonna have an actual story alongside all of its explosions, and I feel like that's gonna be a good approach. But I'm trying to think of what else. Let me see what else I got. I'm trying to think.
Honestly, though, Transformers 1 is probably one of my favorite.
Oh, so did you ever like? What was your high school job?
I'm gonna be honest. I didn't have a high school. I didn't have a job, and I didn't have a high school. What? That makes sense.
I didn't have a high school.
I didn't. I meant to say, God, I didn't have a job when I was in high school, so I was a broke high schooler.
Jesus Christ. That was not me. I worked at the same high school job, and I think once I hit what the fuck am I doing?
The fuck? You tweaking? You good there?
Once I hit my second year at the job, dude, I think I saved up like a total of my third year at the job. Once I hit my third year at the job, dude, I saved up apparently like $13,000.
Oh, that reminds me. I have a crazy ex-girlfriend story.
Spill it.
All right, so this was sophomore year of high school.
Point the camera at me. Everybody, no, your camera. You're recording. We really put the Tism in the Tism Stories. Okay,
we did.
People? We are joking about that title. No. Everybody listen here because we have the most crazy fucking ex-girlfriend stories. This is some real good shit.
Okay, so this was sophomore year. So in math class, I'm not even gonna try to say what the math I took. So I was in math class,
sitting next to him,
and my teacher decided we're all gonna do a group project. Yada yada yada. We could either work together or work by ourselves.
No, so your principal, your pervy principal.
I wanted to work by myself. I wanted to work. I didn't want to work because none of my friends wanted to work in a group. So I said, "We know what? We'll all just work by ourselves." My now ex-girlfriend came up to me, said, can we work together? I straight up looked at her, I blankly said no. So after I said no, I put my headphones in because she let us listen to music when we're working, as long as we're working. So I put my headphones in, let's turn on my music, and all of a sudden out of nowhere, I hear a fucking thud behind me. So I turn around, and she's fucking wailing, kicking the fucking wall with her foot, and making like a fucking big ass hole right behind the fucking teacher's desk.
Fucking Tammy
So
tits over here.
knowing my dumbass, I was trying so hard not to fucking laugh. So,
I would be too. Just imagine you just turn around.
and keep in mind, the reason I was trying so hard because she was my girlfriend. I did not want to be a fucking dick. So I was trying so hard not to laugh.
Like, babe, stop.
But everybody else was fucking laughing. I was smiling. I was fucking smiling. But I was trying so hard. She tried to calm. I think the teacher tried to calm her down, and I'm pretty sure I saw her hit the teacher a couple times. Wasn't too sure. So she called the campus cops, the 2 campus cops that we had, the fucking principal, and then and like for some reason I don't know why 4 fucking AP started like showing up to the classroom and like had to drag her out of the class while she's still kicking the fucking hole in the wall behind the teacher's desk.
You just like come back and people are just gonna be like in fucking Spider-Man, they're drawing a face on the hole.
And as soon as she left, I started fucking busting out laughing. I'm pretty sure I laughed so hard. I'm pretty sure I pissed myself. That's how bad I was laughing. As soon as I heard her like go away, I started laughing.
So like, I don't think I ever had. Okay, so the only girlfriend I had in high school was when I hit senior year, and then I kind of carried out of senior year, and then I stopped. Well, and then we broke up. But,
and I dated the bitch all 4 years of when I was in high school.
I randomly met this like one chick, I guess, sometime during high school, I guess, and she thought we were popping off, but I was just being friendly to her. And so, like, after summer of, I think, like sophomore year, she thought I was getting serious with her. I was like, okay, whatever, do you, I guess. And so, like, I was just kind of, like, chilling with her. I mean, like, yeah, we were talking a bit. Like, I think all we'd had to have done was just, like, close the travel time between us, and we probably would have been able to work things out. But, she didn't really live that too far away. It was just I didn't really have the ability to drive out during the time. And so, I think we, like, hit rough patches around, like, every few months. Like, it was bad. And, like, it got to the points where it was just unenjoyable. So I think once I hit fucking end of junior year, I fucking full on cut off from her. I said, yeah, I'm not doing this shit anymore. And then that's when I think I met the one girl that I asked out during senior year, and I took to prom with me. And then eventually we broke up, and then shortly after we broke up, I don't know how or why she fucking found out. I don't know how the fuck she got all my other social media, because I only had her on one setting of social media. But fucking, just out of fucking nowhere, like I want to say it wasn't even like a week after we broke up, she fucking finds my social media and blows up my phone. I'm like, what in the fuck do you want? And she's like,
crazy. Girl, she crazy.
So I see that you're not with that girl anymore. I guess it didn't really work out. Nah. And I was like, yeah. She's like, okay, well, I'm not going to force you to anything. And I was like, okay, that's new. She was still fucking obsessive, and like, she tried easing into something, but in reality, like, dude, if I didn't go by without texting her for like 10 minutes, she'd blow up my shit.
Oh god.
Like, I couldn't even work a fucking work shift because of her.
Oh my god.
That fucking sucked. Yeah, no. And like, job I had at the time, it was a bunch of like laid back, I think like 30-year-olds. So they kind of got it. And I was like, dude, how many obsessive chicks fucking like just exist in the world?
Hey, crazy bitches give the best head.
Eventually came along with, of all fucking things she found me on, by the way, I blocked her on everything that I could think of. of all apps of social media, try and take a guess at the one that she found that I didn't block her on, that I didn't even know
Instagram?
she had. No.
TikTok?
Fucking TikTok, dude. Yeah. Yeah. I was like, how in the fuck did you find my fucking TikTok? Like, dude, I don't even think at the time I had any posts. Like, at all. I was like, what in the fuck? And then I blocked her out. That fucking finally she disappears. Like, finally.
Like a black person's dad. Anyway.
I don't think we're gonna be able to put that in. Maybe, I don't know. The goons have gotten away with some certain shit, so. But, like, I was just, it fucking baffles me how fucking obsessive chicks can fucking get. Did you ever set a timer?
No. We could do like
Okay,
maybe one more story.
let's try to think of one more story.
Hmm.
What's the, what's the craziest shit? Actually, no, I got a good one. What is your pure fucking phobia, and what caused it?
Heights.
Why?
This sounds
What
stupid, but
caused that?
I think what caused that, I don't know what caused this height,
He was
or
on
I don't know if it's
He
true.
was on the egg fucking roller coaster, or he was on the egg Ferris wheel ride that tipped him
No,
upside down.
actually, it actually was a roller coaster that caused me to fucking despise heights.
Let me guess. Let me guess. You were hanging upside down on a basic
Yes.
roller coaster.
Yes. So like, so before I moved back,
2 treatment.
before I moved back to back to the current state I'm in, I worked with my dad for a while in his business. We had this one job where we had to use a fucking lift, like to raise like the roof and shit like that. My dad decided would be smart to say, hey, you know what? Insert name here. I'm gonna help you go over your heights. So he took me up on the lift, put the lift to max height, and let me tell you, I was fucking death gripping the fucking handles to the point where my hands turned fucking red. Like I was just like there, like fucking dead. Like like when a baby grabs your fucking finger and doesn't let go. That was me. That was fucking me. Like I was shaking and like my life depended on it. And of course, my dad loved him to death. Fucking just started laughing. Like looked at me and started fucking laughing. And then after that, he like took me back down, and I'm like, I just stood there, and every part of my body was just shaking.
He's literally hitting the fucking Patrick and SpongeBob.
I don't see. I don't. It's just the thought of once you fall from said height, it's just that sudden stop once you hit the fucking ground. What terrifies me.
You know, I hope when you meet me, I'm gonna take a fucking airplane.
See, airplanes I could do. I could fucking because I know I'm in like a
You're
safe.
Gonna say that, and then we're gonna hit turbulence, and then you're gonna immediately shit yourself on the spot.
But yeah, that's my height. That's hyperlore for you. I hate heights.
Okay, I want you to see. Try and take a gander of what mine is.
Oceans.
You know.
Yeah.
God damn it! I hate that, dude. Okay, so
you played Subnautica on your fucking channel, didn't you? Did you not?
Yeah, I didn't finish it. I kind of like, in a way, I wanted to, but I think I like fucked over the save I had because I went to the Aurora and I found like that depth module for the sea moth. Well, I died in the Aurora and it despawned. So I fucked like an entire 3-hour run.
Damn.
The game. I was like, I'm not gonna go back and do that again. Like, all due respect, I'm not gonna do that. I'll just wait till the second one comes out and do authentic gameplay of that.
They're making a second one?
Yeah, the trailer dropped. A trailer dropped in October.
Speaking of game, you know what game I'm most excited for? The Deadpool VR game.
Can we go back to my? Oh, for fuck's sake, you and fucking Deadpool, dude, just fuck them already.
I would. Okay, Ryan Reynolds is a sexy ass motherfucker.
Anyways, back on the topic. So, as a kid, I had the weirdest fucking dreams. Like, and you know those dreams you get that are like really specific on like something? Like, okay, so when I was younger, my dreams would pull places I've been and then just make them horrific as fuck.
Oh God.
But like at first, I thought I was afraid of fucking heights because when I would sleep, there was this one dream I would keep getting over and over and over. So like, close your eyes real quick. Anybody who's watching and hyper included.
All right, I'm closing.
So picture black space all around you, and all you see and all you're holding onto is a rusted steel ladder. You can't see
Oh,
the bottom and you can't see the top. All you can do is climb up or down, so you know you want to climb up because you think you're gonna go up somewhere. So you climb up it, and you don't feel like it's gonna fucking end, so you just keep going and going and going. Except randomly amongst like one of your last few tries before you take a break, you fucking slip off, fall into the darkness, and then you wake back up, and then you're climbing the fucking ladder again.
oh.
I kept getting that fucking dream for like weeks straight. I don't know why.
Jordan,
So it was
hey,
like
dreams
every
normally
night.
mean something.
That's what I thought. But then, like, when I went on an airplane and I went on top of like high hanging shit, I wasn't afraid of it. So I was like, well, I don't know what the fuck that means. So, and then I had another dream. So we have a thing called Sturberg Museum, where I live now, where I live. But at the time, I used to visit because my dad would take us there if I'm visiting my grandfolks. And there was this sea exhibit, and I don't know why this carried onto my dream, but I'm dreaming and I'm in the sea exhibit with my dad again, except there's this new part of it, and you walk through this door, and there's like a guardrail, and after the guardrail, it just drops off into water.
Ooh.
And if you like look down, you can't tell what it is, but you can see big fucking things moving in the water, but you can't tell what they fucking are. Like, I'm talking they're like more accurate Transformer huge. Like you can just see like masses moving in the water.
Oh shit.
And I guess at some point my curiosity would get the best of me and I'd fall in. And every time I'd fall in, it's pitch black around me and I hear fucking something grumbling behind me and I turn around. And honestly, the most accurate looking thing kind of just came out. Do you know what the Distortus Rex is from like the new World movie?
Yeah.
That's the closest to what the thing would look like that would look at me.
What the fuck?
It would just stare at me and I'd fucking wake up and I'm sweating. I don't know why. But and then after that, I took a trip to New York. Woohoo. Woohoo. It was actually pretty lit. The fucking pizza there was
New
nice.
York,
Subways
New
were cool.
York.
I don't know why, but dude, Subways were fucking cool. And so I actually got complimented by like a lot of Chinese people about my hair. Everybody who's watching, if you don't know our YouTube channels, I'm red haired and I'm Irish. So like, a fucking Irish red haired guy inside a fucking Chinatown doesn't really fit. But we went to the beach and I think I swam out like way too far. Not like way too far to where I couldn't see the shore, but like far enough to where I could be out in the open.
Oh.
Uh I saw a hammerhead along the ocean floor, or like just as far down under me as I could see. But I didn't know the training of what you're supposed to do with sharks, so I swam for my fucking life. Didn't really want anything to do with me, actually.
Oh wait.
Fucking
All I could
saving me.
hear, like as you're swaying for your fucking
So
life, is the fucking Jaws music. The dun dun
literally,
dun.
that's how it fucking felt. But at the time, I think I was only uh 8 years old. So like arm floaties, and like, dude, I
Ah.
was just fucking scared for my life. And that just developed my fear of the ocean. But it's a mix of both. So I hate the ocean for the New York event, but I hate big shit because of the Distortus Rex and my Sternberg dream. And
Ooh.
mix those together, so I have mega thalassophobia, and I fucking hate it.
Here's one more. What's your most irrational fear?
What does that mean again?
Like, I don't.
We're Tism stories, okay? Bear with us.
Like my irrational fear is like waking up to being like becoming a zombie. Like waking up and I'm a fucking zombie. That's pretty much my irrational fear.
I don't think I have. I mean, I don't think I do. Actually, I think my most irrational fear would probably just be like, I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I can't think of anything, honestly.
Yeah, mine's just waking up and I'm a fucking zombie. That's my irrational fear.
Waking up.
Maybe I play too much watch too many zombie shows, play too many zombie video games, but that's my irrational fear.
Well, I'd say this is a good spot to end it for today's episode. If you guys did hang out throughout the entire thing or had it even playing in the fucking background, we really appreciate it. We're gonna try and make this a deal. I'm hoping Hyper will do. He's gonna drop our channel names in the description.
Yep.
Please check them out. That would help us kind of support this side project we're doing now. And we're gonna have to catch you guys in